The bishop is all upset, all excited when the archbishop shows up. And the bishop tells him, "You won't believe what just happened. A hippie. Long hair, beard, a hippie." Yeah, this is the 60s. The 1960s. And the bishop tells the archbishop, yep, he was right in here with the shroud. I don't know what he's doing, but when I showed up, he ran out. You won't believe this? Had a big test tube in his hand. And he was wearing a dress. Would you believe that? He's wearing a dress? Beard, long hair. And he's in the room with the shroud. He goes running out when I get here. And the archbishop, he says, "Calm down." And he checks around. He said, "Well, nothing seems to be missing. Everything's all right." And the bishop, calms down a little bit, but he just, what was that guy doing here? What was he doing wearing a dress with that big test tube and doing in here with the shroud? Well, I can tell you, I'm Melton, son of a carpenter and Mary, John Melton Brady. And he wasn't wearing a dress. It was the style, years and years ago, to dress in that manner. It was probably Luke, a very good disciple, except for, watered down kind of writing. But other than that, he's very good, always doing stuff like that. Meanwhile, outside on the street, Luke, gets in the car and he says to the driver, "You got to get me to the airport quick. I got to fly over that ocean to America. I got to be in Chicago, Illinois by tomorrow morning." And driver says, "Okay, I'll get you there quick." What's in Chicago, Illinois? Oh yeah, that's where, and when, April 5th, 1967, that the son of Carpenter and Mary, John Melton Brady, was born. This time around. Now, as far as whatever Luke was doing with that test tube, I don't know. But I do know your phone's censored. Dangerous religious censorship. Call 424-229-4140 to tell me what you believe. Tell me what you think of this parable. Any of my imagery, any of my videos. Call me up to tell me what you believe. Call me up to tell me what you think about your censored phone. I have yet to get a 93 check, SEMPER check, a democracy check, whatever it is you want to call it, that you checking your phone past 7 years by calling me, John Melton Brady, making sure it's allowed to work all the time. Have yet to get one 93 check. Yeah, that's religious censorship when you're calling to tell me what you believe or ask what I mean by the Christ complex. Jesus' house here. what my changing eyes are heralding or foreshadowing. That change in the world, millennia in the making. But it's it gets right down to that phone in your hand that you use to get the firemen, the police, and the paramedics not working. That being that obvious. Should be news. Should have a lot of folks doing something about it. It's not happening. You should make those Semper Fi checks. Every soldier worldwide, wherever you're stationed around the world, in the U.S. or wherever, pick up that phone and call me, John Melton Brady. Make that video of your hijacked call from that military base. Tell your friends, your family, back home, to make that video of their hijacked phone in front of the mayor, the governor, all politicians, senators, all those running for office. This 2016 local, state, federal presidency. Call up John Melton Brady. Make a video of that phone being hijacked. In front of all those folks, in front of cops, in front of reporters, in front of firemen, and in front of anyone who is anyone, in front of all Americans. Good folks aren't going to have a problem with you demonstrating their religious censorship, their censored phone, their family's lifeline being censored as well. So make that video in front of all. Make that Semper Fi video in front of all. Tell your friends, your families, you yourself do that. Pass it along at church, at work, at school, on that military base. Wherever good folks get together, pass along those Semper Fi videos on DVD and flash drive. Tell everyone else in America to do the same thing. Add their video to yours and pass along copies. And yeah, come see me. Tell me what you think about those Christ complexes. Homes built to inspire the future and the present to greatness. But yeah, it always gets down to that hijacked lifeline in your hand. Make a video of it today, and then whenever you come across any of those folks, especially those reporters, they're supposed to be covering that, aren't they? Make a video in front of them, network news anchors, local anchors, and say, what's wrong here? What is this? I can't reach John Melton Brady. He's a customer. Can't reach. I don't know how many other customers I can't reach. It's more important than that. That's my family's lifeline. That's not allowed to work. Ask them that. Get their reactions for your Semper Fi videos. Pass along at work, at church, at school. You got to be the reporter. The reporters are those Hollywood folks you see on every network newscast. They're thinking about who they're going to place in office next. Every American soldier, all your family. You make that a video of them. Get their reactions for your Semper Fi videos. Pass them along. And yeah, come see me in person. That's been the way around religious censorship for millennia. It still is. Do those World Trade Center, Flight 93 checks. Pass along those videos of dangerous censorship in America. Yeah, that was religious censorship too, 9/11. When all those Husseins and those Omars and those Obamas, whatever they're called, was their twisted version of religion that led them to do that. around the turn of the millennium. You get the truth out about that lifeline in your hand. That's the same thing. Religious censorship in America. And yeah, it affects your family. Come see me. Let's get started. We got work to do. Getting truth to the world.